Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Able with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go. Peace. Welcome to another episode of Disabled, where we, the disabled, decipher, break down, analyze everything there is to know about football, sports, music, and culture.
Yes, sir.
I'm your host, Dad. I'm here with Fredy and Eli.
Yes, sir.
And it's soup time now, guys.
Yeah.
It's soup time.
You know,
We're gonna let you know now we're not making our picks this week. Because we got to do some research on some things.
We got to make sure we say the right things. You know?
Yes, make sure we do our due diligence. Right. Is what we're saying. You know.
And I want to get this little Pro Bowl week over with. So.
Oh, that's right. It's Pro Bowl week, right?
Scratch that.
Right. Yeah. They can have that. I was never a big fan of the Pro Bowl.
It's at a weird time.
It always is because a lot of the players.
But remember, it was years ago.
The Super Bowl won't be able to play.
True. But remember, years ago it was after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then
it was in Hawaii.
And here's the thing too about that: you don't want to play too hard because you're not trying to get hurt.
True.
The season is over. You don't want to tear an Achilles.
True.
See, basketball is a little different. The guys
in the middle of the season.
Middle of the season, running around, passing. Yeah. Nobody's playing too hard into the last quarter. Right. And then they play hard.
More like alley-oop.
Yeah, alley-oops, behind the back passes.
Like they should treat it like that, where like they're gonna go throw deep.
So it should just be a skills contest.
Yeah,
throw deep, have the quarterbacks hit this.
They do that too. I think they do that.
Have the running backs run blindfolded through a maze to see if they can make it.
Or Saturday night.
Yeah, but the whole week needs to be about that because it's a high contact sport.
Is Pro Bowls like mandatory, like all stars? I know, like
no. Josh Allen refused their
invitation.
Their invite. He's like, nah, I'm good.
But I know in basketball you gotta be.
Yeah, but basketball is different.
It's more like a profit thing. Like they go to that city makes money off that weekend. Like it's more.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
And you're not wearing a helmet.
Right.
In basketball. Right. So you're basically you're showing your face. It's more of a personable kind of thing.
And like a lot of times, depending on the city, they get the business done there because they're off. So like,
Right.
And anybody, the trade deadline is now before the All-Star game. So I was gonna say usually it's after. So you be leaning on a player you like. Right. You know what I mean? Hey man, you come see me. So, but now the trade deadline for basketball is August 10th.
Yeah, but how was your weekend?
February 10th, huh?
How was your weekend?
Weekend was good, and we had some snow. Was that this weekend? Yeah.
I wasn't happy this weekend.
It was Saturday.
You can obviously tell by my outfit.
I was extremely happy. Okay. I'm going to preface my comments by saying we got to bet responsibly. There's I can see where the addiction will occur.
Gotcha.
Okay? Because it's not even our money. Like, it's technically not our money. So, one of my friends, he gave me the link to subscribe to one of these websites. I'm not gonna give the name just because So I subscribed, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you need to spend $10 to get 50. So if I lose the bet, I win 40. You know what I mean? So at the end of the way, I'm not losing anything.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let me give this a try. Everybody keeps talking about it. Let me give it a try. So I signed up, and my first bet, I bet LaMelo to score the first basket. And I could have won $80. But I was like, wait, let me do something on top of that, and let me bet everybody to score 10. I'm like, it's against Charlotte. That his odds to score 10 are a little bit higher than Charlotte.
Yes.
Right. And he's a vet. He could give me 10. The Lakers are trash. Yeah. So they're trying to get points anyway. So I'm like, okay, if I would have won that, I would have won at least like 160. So the odds of Melo making a shot were a lot lower than everybody scoring 10 points. LaMelo made the first shot. I couldn't believe it. Everybody scored 5 points. Wow. So I lost the bet. I was so upset. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to bet.
But I don't understand. I would have done it the opposite way.
No, but listen to me. These bets are called parlays. So they stack on top of each other. So both things need to occur in order for you to win.
Gotcha.
It's not like just one. If I would have just bet a medal score in the first basket, I would have like put all my eggs in that basket.
Right. But you was parlaying
But I was
the bet.
parlaying the bet. Exactly.
Gotcha.
So I was like, okay, whatever. I lost my first bet. I don't care. I won $40, so I get to play with this money now. So I was like, okay, on Sunday, I text Eli, and I'm like, bro, do you think Jamar Chase is gonna score 2 touchdowns? He was like, no, he's not. You should bet on them winning by a field goal. And I was like, all right, let me look for that option. I couldn't find it. So
But I meant my Chiefs. Well, I meant the Chiefs.
Okay, you meant the Chiefs, but I was like, okay, let me just bet a field goal anyways. Whatever. I didn't do it. I was too scared. The game was all over the place. I didn't touch it. So I was like, you know what? Let me prepare for the Rams game. So there's this option on the app that gives you like the most popular bets of the night. Mm-hmm. So I'm scrolling through that because I don't really know. Like I'm new to this. I'm trying to learn. So I'm scrolling through it and I see the options. So the first option that I bet on was Cooper Kupp scoring a touchdown, Debo scoring a touchdown, the Rams winning, and the game had to be under 45 points in total.
Okay.
All of those things occurred, and I won.
Nice.
Like $200.
Okay.
He was fine.
Okay. And then on top of that, I bet something else, like the same. I just added one more that Cam was gonna score. Cam Akers was gonna score as well. He didn't score, so I lost that one, but I won the other one. So I don't care. So the point is, I won $200. I'm just gonna keep it there.
Everybody should bet.
Just because you're kidding. Now that's my what I mean. Like it's not technically my money.
Right. I like it.
So just a little nugget here. We are in New York City, so this means we have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if you make a certain, I think the rule is if you make $600, you
anything
need to.
Above 600,
they take above 600, they take 50% of what you win.
50?
Yeah. It's either 50 or 51, one of the two. I know it's like high.
We need to go to Florida, Texas.
And I think it's high just because you can win, you could bet $1 and win 1,000.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's that high.
Nah, we need to go to Florida or Texas because I know they don't pay no tax.
Yeah, they don't. But yeah. So.
But before we
you
get
gotta
into
keep that in mind when you win all this money. You know what I mean? Because people be really winning, for real.
Before we get into the games this week, we got 2 breaking news.
All right, let's get to the breaking news. Hold on, let's start the show.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
First one was Tom Brady officially announces.
Tom Brady officially announces
his retirement.
That's
on
crazy.
his day off.
That's crazy. And this year, I was like, I'm gonna see Tom Brady play. This is gonna be the year. School's over. I don't gotta be in school. I'm gonna catch a Giants versus Bucks game, or I'm gonna catch a Bucks versus Jets game. I don't care. And I'm gonna see him play.
I don't like the fact that it was leaked before he officially announced it.
Well,
because he didn't get that.
I thought it was fake. I thought it was to make people talk about him because he lost.
No.
I went that deep.
Because I've seen other. Only reason why I have a problem with it was because I've seen other athletes of his stature get the proper.
Yeah, but somebody in his camp leaked something.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it was close to his vest.
Right.
I mean, only he knew.
Right. So that means
LeBron keeps everything close to the. You 100%. Never hear nothing about LeBron leaking.
Right.
Right. It's usually when he tells you he's leaving somewhere.
Right. It's usually by him.
Right. Yeah. So it did lose a little bit of his luster.
And I'm pretty sure he didn't want to do it
that way.
Either he probably did want to do it this week because it's Pro Bowl week. Mm-hmm. Or he either wanted to do it after the Super Bowl.
Right. This is the perfect week to do it because it's Pro Bowl week.
Right.
And, not a lot going on. By the time the Super Bowl comes, it'll be all about the Super Bowl.
Right.
So congratulations to him. The greatest quarterback, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of longevity, in terms of playoff appearances, Super Bowl wins, success, touchdowns. Yeah. Passing, all of that.
He owns all the records.
He owns all the records. So I think it was the perfect time to go because we saw chinks in the armor
2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, he still was putting up numbers because the way the game is structured now,
his last year,
they don't allow you to touch the quarterback at all.
His last year in New England looked a bit shaky.
No, his last like 2 years in the Even
Yeah.
when he won that Super Bowl, it was kind of.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's 6-1 right. His last year and even his first year in Tampa, his defense won him that ring. 'Cause he didn't look like dominant
there was games where, until like he
the
just
Super
had to
Bowl.
be
Until
clutch.
the actual Super Bowl.
Until he had to be clutch, yeah.
But
So
I'm not saying that to
What
discredit
do you
his.
guys think made him come to the decision now? Because if it were me personally and I'm a GOAT, I would want to like a little tour. You know what I mean? Like
but that's all about ego. A lot of that's about he doesn't need the adoration of the fans in every city he go to stop the game,
Right.
give him something.
Yeah.
He
can
knows,
do that in basketball.
Yeah, he knows
82
where he
games.
stands,
That's right. That's a good point.
and he knows that if the way it's structured, he could have still played. But why wait until your skills diminish all the way down?
Like that's what happened to Brett Favre. Brett Favre kind of just
And Gary, Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
That last year,
that last year.
he looked bad.
He looked bad.
You know what I mean? The year prior, 2 years prior.
I was thinking, we was here last week, and I was arguing he wasn't going to retire just because his competitive nature.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
yo, I lost.
Right.
And then you got to think about all of the athletes have to go through it. It's time to transition into the next phase of your life.
And his kids are getting older.
Yeah, they want to spend some time.
His wife's been on him for like the last 2 years.
Can you imagine? She's like another season. Come on, bro.
Technically, the last like 7 years.
Because
She
what's
won
the
in
difference between 7 and 8 titles? Nothing.
Right. Yeah. So,
Yeah, no, that's true.
You got 7.
Nah, if he would have won this year, Jesus.
Yeah, you got 7.
But he would have kept playing just to see, like nobody gonna knock me off.
But you won 7.
No, if I would have won the 8, I would have been like, I'm dropping the mic.
No, trust me. I've been saying that his last
That
Super
would have
Bowl.
been so fire.
Yeah, after he won 6, I said, drop the mic, bro. Let it go. And then he went and won 7.
I'm
like,
okay.
really
I think
dropped
it was,
the mic.
honestly, I think it was to prove that he could win without Bill.
Of course.
Yeah.
And to get one more than Michael Jordan.
Right.
In
Yeah,
terms of
goats,
goats.
yeah.
Even though it's a different sport. So
Yeah, but
he
the same
was
mentality.
motivated to do it. He did
We're
it.
not. We're discrediting Bill Russell. Bill Russell's great, but
Yeah, but the league was
Yeah,
different.
Right.
11 teams in the league.
And Rob, you was a great player, but you don't really count as one of the greatest players.
Robert
Rob
Ory.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You just hit some big shots.
We just talking about the iconic
Yeah, we're talking
figures.
about iconic.
Wayne Gretzky
The
won
ones that
6
influenced
Stanley
the
Cups.
sport.
Right.
I mean,
No,
what do you call it?
Yeah, no, you had it.
Stanley Cup?
Stanley Cups
Yeah,
and
okay.
hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 7 became the premium number.
It's like Tiger in golf,
Right.
Right.
literally.
So congratulations to
And
Brady and his family.
the second breaking news is Brian Flores is suing
The NFL and the Giants, among other teams, for lack of discrimination or discrimination against African American coaches.
Right. Yeah.
And on top of that, he just allegedly accused the owner of the Dolphins that
Paying him to tank.
Paying him to tank $100K.
$100,000 for every game you lose.
Wow.
And if he has receipts for that,
Yeah.
that could get
That's
ugly.
crazy. He might even lose the ownership.
Yeah, right. If he has receipts for that, because that says that's a lack of integrity.
Right.
Now teams do it, but it's an unwritten rule
to expose that. Yeah.
to expose that.
Now I know, I get why he's suing the NFL, but I didn't know why was he suing the Giants.
He
he's
interviewed for the
suing-
Giants
he's
job.
suing-
Oh, right.
He was the front runner. 'Cause
Until
Saquon wanted him
Right.
to be the coach.
right.
And he's from New York, like he's from Brooklyn.
Right. And then
So, like-
I heard that he was the front runner until Bill texted one of the, because he got receipts on Bill allegedly.
Bill Belichick?
Yeah.
Belichick?
Oh, okay.
He got receipts on Bill Belichick for jumping ahead,
Oh.
giving. Bill, I guess, called one of the GMs or owners and referred him to another coach, and they already offered him the job.
Oh, okay.
But
Gotcha.
he was like, I had an interview planned that day or
Gotcha.
earlier that week, and
Bill stepped in and got his man hired.
right. So,
Okay, gotcha.
so it looks like Brian Flores is gonna go the Colin Kaepernick route.
Yeah.
Which is,
It's hard to sue the NFL.
Yeah, it's hard because it's a
Yeah.
conglomerate. It's you
if he
against
has receipts.
right.
There's no defeating that.
I'm pretty sure there's been a few times though where you sue the NFL, you won.
Now,
a case.
hold on. I have a very important question. Is this considered in terms of race, like
Yes.
because of the way they approached for him to get hired, or like
No, as a collective.
As of like the process.
Because it's 32 owners and
because I just want to be clear of how they're using the word.
Well, it's 32 teams.
It's 32 teams.
And it's one black coach.
And it's one, right.
That I know.
So we know that there's, and here's the thing. I want to add this. It's different if I'm a white coach, let's just be honest,
right.
and the coach is paying me to lose because my job is not going to be in jeopardy.
Right.
Black coaches cannot afford to purposely lose games.
Yeah,
so he's like, wait, because now you're asking me to railroad myself so that when you fire me, it looks like I was an incompetent coach.
Right.
Sure, you paid me under the table extra money, but look, you went to and so, obviously you're not a good coach. So he's like, no, and he kept winning.
Right.
He kept proving he knew how to win games.
The last 8 games of the season, they won.
And except for the against the Titans, because they had won against the Titans.
They would have been in the playoffs.
They would have been in the playoffs.
Right. So we wish him well.
Yeah.
But he's jeopardizing his career for a great cause.
Right.
So he's probably not gonna ever be able to coach again.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's getting the awareness out there, because I do remember, like in the early 2000s, I can actually still only name 2 coaches, which was Lewis for the Bangles and Mike Tomlin for the Steelers.
Tony Dungy coached for a while. That was in my era. But it's really not a lot. Even the coordinator for the Chiefs.
Right.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten any offers to be a coach.
Right. And Cheetah keeps telling him, Tyreek Hill keeps telling him, like, I want him to be a head coach somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
So there's clearly still...
the NFL has a lot of issues.
Yeah.
That need to be dealt with, and they're race-based. It's sure, a lot of players play, but are you saying we're smart enough to play but not coach?
Right.
Yeah.
So he's going to be the sacrificial lamb. Like you said.
Do you think he's gonna? What is the probability?
There's still 5 spots remaining, but with the ongoing case, they're not gonna hire him.
Right.
I feel like they're not.
Because now he's a rebel route.
And and then on top of this, he has shown that he can actually win.
Yes.
And when Miami fired him, we all scratched our heads like, what?
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
I didn't know.
Tua hasn't progress like Joe Burrow or
Matt Jones
or Matt Jones but like he's progressed
in some aspects.
And then we always thought they was gonna put together a package to get Deshaun Watson anyway. Then you really would have saw how well this guy can go.
Because Deshaun Watson
that was literally the only reason Deshaun wanted to go to Miami, was because he is the coach.
As the coach, right?
Absolutely.
Or was the coach.
So what are the probabilities that he actually wins this case? I'm probably giving 45.
I gotta get into the details.
Yeah, I don't
because
even know,
they might pay him off. Meaning, sometimes they'll settle outside of court. But in terms of,
I don't think that's what he's looking for.
No, it's not. But
because if it was for the money, he would have accepted.
No.
100.
100,000 is no money.
Yeah, I know that
per game.
I know that.
Where if he wins this case,
it's
not only him winning it for himself. He's winning for other African American coaches.
That's a good point.
So
I think,
we'll see how it works out.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Now let's get into the AFC and NFC championship games, which both took place on Sunday. Both very good games.
Yes.
We opened up with the Chiefs going against the Bangles. I think you had the Chiefs. I'm not sure if you had the Chiefs.
I had the Bengals.
Okay.
I had the Bengals.
And as like clockwork, we saw Patrick Mahomes come out. Patrick Mahomes look unstoppable in the first half of the game. Basically, 3 touchdowns. They're moving the ball. They're getting anything they want.
270 yards as a total team.
Yeah, I thought it was over.
Yes, everyone thought it was over.
The last 13 seconds.
It boiled down to 13 seconds in the first half where a critical mistake was made. And that mistake is, we all agree they should have went for 3. Just put the extra points on the board. And when you lose a game by 3 and you left 3 on the board, it really comes back to haunt you.
Because it could have made it 14. It could have made it 14 points.
Right, that would have been 2 touchdown lead, and you get the ball coming out. And who knows what kind of momentum that brings? Because sometimes that breaks the spirit of the other team.
Yeah, because if you only down for 1 touchdown and a field goal,
so
you got fire under the tank. Even 2. You got some type of fire under the tank.
So as a result, when it happened, I said, that's going to be a problem. I said that might come back to haunt them.
And then all of a sudden, he threw for only 55 yards, 2 interceptions, and looked lethargic.
Yeah, he looked like the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he looked like the beginning,
questioning
when they were 3-4.
Yeah, when we were questioning, like, is he really?
And I've never seen a complete switch in an athlete.
Yeah, like that.
Which I'm gonna just say it was probably fixed.
Well,
somebody had to pay him off.
Looked like somebody threw the game.
He's ready getting paid $300 million. What more you want?
Yeah.
No, come on, bro. It's not about money. It's not about money, bro. It's really not about money.
Well, the fix may not have been about money.
I think it's generally about his lack of reading the defense, because he still struggles with that.
Valid. He has said
it's 4 years in the league, and you still can't read a double coverage, but we can read it on the TV.
He did.
He did say that. So
all I'm saying is, I think a referee came to him and was like, "Look, you kind of playing a little too well. I'm gonna need you to throw this second half like garbage."
Well, something happened because
there's no way that's like
he didn't even look like after they lost. He didn't look
he didn't look upset. Like that bothered me.
That bothered me because he's supposed to have that towel over his head, just moping as a quarterback.
But is that I gotta say this in the proper terms. Is that Steph Curry treatment on? Because remember how Steph Curry not throw a game. I'm talking about when Steph Curry loses, he doesn't even look disappointed. He's just like, all right, cool. We'll
he's a little stoic about it, but I still say you should see like I sort of discussed in Josh Allen's face.
I sort of discussed in Debo's face.
I saw it in Debo. Yeah. So maybe that's just how.
He processes it.
But y'all can't tell me he didn't. Somebody didn't pay him.
Been a conspiracy theorist.
No, I'm because that was unbelievable. That's like the equivalent of Kobe or LeBron going for 25 points off of 10 shots. They 8 for 10. They got 25 points. They're on pace to get you another 25. In total, have 55 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. Now all of a sudden, he only scored 3 points. 6 turnovers. Yeah. And then now we was up by 20.
I mean, we could credit the defense here.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying.
You're just saying in general the way he played.
I'm saying in general, somebody had to come to his locker room and was like, look, you're playing amazing. I love it. Don't do that again. Okay? Well, I pay you whatever. Here's the envelope. Read the script.
It's the headlines. I get it.
The contrast.
Because
the contrast.
And here's the thing. I've learned it from this man right here.
Joe Burrow on fire.
The sports
one right now.
Sports is fixed. I don't care what nobody says.
Here's the thing.
It's very scripted.
The contrast between the first half and the second half was so dramatic.
Thank you.
So it's not like
it's
one thing to lose.
Yeah.
But it's another thing to look so like everything is easy. You behind the back pass, sideways, this, that, and then
contested throws just in
you can't get nothing. So I was just concerned in the contrast.
And then the first half he was running around, never got touched.
Right.
Second half he got sacked 4 times. I'm like,
and all of a sudden nobody's open.
And
I saw Kelsey open in the end zone twice.
Right. And I'm not even trying to ruin it because I love sports as much as next time, but I also know when a script is written, like how in 20. What
I understand where you're coming from. And the headlines of Joe Burrow, like Joe Burrow is an Instagram phenomenon right now with the glasses, with the Nike chain,
cigar.
With the cigar.
And I get it.
With the history he's about to make, if he wins.
Anyway, but let's get back to We'll give Cincinnati some credit.
Yeah, second half though.
They made adjustments.
Joe Burrow outplayed Mahomes.
Yeah.
Threw for two touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Only one pick. Didn't get touched at all. Meaning the defense. He outran the defense a few times on 37 twice.
Well, he threw one touchdown. Because one touchdown and a field goal.
No, he did
that
two.
made 10. No.
All right.
That made it. That tied the game up.
Well, I'm talking about his total stats because he.
For the total stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're absolutely right. Ran for twice on 3rd and 7.
Very big.
Which were big plays.
Because if they would have stopped that would
have... Yeah, that really moved the chain.
Right.
It was one of that plays that went viral.
And the defense turned it up. Eli Apple ended up shutting Tyreek Hill down in the second half and in overtime. Also, for you critics out there who was complaining about the overtime last week, look what happened. Chiefs got the coin toss. They all thought it was over, and Patrick Mahomes threw an interception. Right. Defense does win you championships. Absolutely. And that defense played a great job on Tyreek Hill. Yep. And got the pick. So, it's a year of the Tiger.
Today starts the Chinese year of the Tiger. So I'm pretty sure it's connected somehow.
Bengals.
Rams and 49ers.
I think... First of all, I gotta give credit to Jimmy Garoppolo. I want more respect on Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, he threw a pick at the end.
Don't do that. Don't do
exactly.
That.
No, but it was.
But no.
No, that doesn't negate how well he played. He was in a desperate situation at the end of the game.
Okay, but I'm saying the defense. That defense is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. They move
because the first half,
get after you. Yeah,
they was looking like they was owning. It looked like all the other 6 matchups that they had played previously. Mm-hmm. And it's 17-7 in
going into the fourth quarter.
And then I forgot his name, but he held himself accountable.
Donaldson.
No. I'm talking about for the pick that he dropped.
Okay, gotcha.
It was 14-17. And Matthew threw it right in his breadbasket.
Yeah, he did.
And he knows he has to catch that.
Yeah.
Because with 9 minutes left, I don't care. We made a big stop.
Right.
We're up 3.
You can kill the clock now.
Right. Kill the clock, run the ball, give it to Debo, whatever.
Sure.
And he dropped it, and it cost him because...
he got 3 points out of it, yeah.
Oh, right.
Long story short, the pick could have changed the momentum.
3,
yeah.
And Donaldson, credit to him because he was the leader in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, got his team rallied.
Up because the defense was letting Jimmy get everything he wanted.
Yeah, and once he applied his pressure,
right?
They pressurized Jimmy, which you have to do with Garoppolo.
Yeah.
And as a result,
you can't let him stand there.
Right. As a result, the Rams edged out the 49ers in a
Odell had a
classic.
Big game.
Odell had a big game.
Shout out to Odell for that. He didn't score a touchdown, but
a buck 13 and moved the chains.
Cooper had a buck 40 and 2
touchdowns.
Yeah,
Cooper, ridiculous.
So now, that was a good game. They needed to get that monkey off their back. The Rams.
Yeah.
Lost to
especially
the 49ers
because you
6 times in a row.
Right.
Yeah.
You had to overcome some demons.
Yeah.
And you knew that if you win this game, you stay home because the Super Bowl
is in your
building.
Yeah.
It's nothing like sleeping in your own bed, getting your own home cooked meals, and you don't have to fly people out.
But I will.
Yes.
I will admit, I don't think it's going to be so lopsided as a home court advantage because half of the fans are going to be drunk who don't care about.
You mean the fans?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No. This is the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
So I think it's still gonna be half and half.
It ain't half and no.
Not in LA.
It's a
LA
home game for LA. LA, you know how many season ticket holders?
I know that, but
they get first dibs on the tickets. It's gonna be packed with celebrities.
They might have a section for Bengals.
Yeah, they'll have a section.
Like a little section for them.
No, half and half.
No.
Well, not half and half, but
when it's a neutral stadium, you'll see half and half. I'm in my building, so my ticket holders get first priority, and then we give out some tickets to the Bengals family and fans, and so it's going to be lopsided.
So you think it's going to be 98 Rams?
No, 70-30.
70-30.
Yeah,
70-30. I think that's
because I was looking at it as,
and this was like a big statement for Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford specifically.
Well, they had to do it because they traded for him.
Oh yeah,
just for this.
For this reason,
you're here for this.
So
it validates the trade.
But can McVay get over the hump and finally win the Super Bowl?
Well, we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out, bro.
I'm not making my pick yet, but we'll find out. And he's here.
There's a funny meme I read that Eminem and Matthew Stafford, they're gonna be in the Super Bowl. That's the closest thing that Detroit has ever got to.
Wow, that's funny.
That was funny.
That's funny.
That was funny. It's the best up, but it's funny.
And I will admit, I think his chances are going to be a lot greater this go around because you're not facing Bill Belichick. I think that was a lopsided.
Yeah, and you don't got Golf, who's not that experienced.
Who can't.
You got
who just can't get the job done.
Yep.
And then you picked up Von Miller. You picked up Odell for these.
You have different pieces
personnel
that you didn't have the first go around.
Right. So it looks good. It looks good.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled.
In baseball news, David Ortiz makes the Hall of Fame.
Big Poppy.
Well deserved.
Big Poppy, well deserved. But
couldn't stand him.
No, not only that.
I mean, you playing with a big.
He was in steroids era. So Barry Bonds don't get in. Roger Clemens don't get in.
Wait, you're saying? Hold on. What did you?
He admitted using steroids.
Who, David Ortiz?
David Ortiz.
So how did he get in?
He got in because
he never got. When he got tested, it was always negative.
Right, and so they just kind of sweat, and they like him.
Wasn't it the same with Barry Bonds though?
Yeah, but Barry never admitted nothing. Barry wasn't nice to people. He was a smart. He wouldn't even sign baseballs for other players. One of that kind of thing.
Nah, but David he's a reporter from MLB TV.
Yes,
right. He be on ESPN.
And then remember when that Boston Marathon killing happened?
Right.
He made that statement in Fenway.
Oh yeah.
F them, don't mess with our city. Right. So he was a fan favorite.
Okay.
He deserves it.
No. I'm not saying.
Especially Boston. This is the Yankees. And then there's Boston. Just keep it.
I'm not saying he don't deserve. I'm just saying how did he get in? Okay.
And Roger Clemens didn't get in.
If he did steroids, I didn't know.
Barry Bonds had a Hall of Fame career before steroids. His numbers was like, dude, already Hall of Fame. So and Roger Clemens for that matter. Mm-hmm. So and if they was doing it, you got to think everybody was doing it. The era was doing it. So now you're going to dismiss a whole era.
They were considering putting A-Rod in the ballot.
Right.
Just because he's in the same boat. He's likable now. They like him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
but
it's a very.
Congrats to Big Poppy.
Yeah, congrats to Big Poppy.
Yeah, but now the Hall of Fame baseball, they're starting to diminish their quality.
It's too rigorous.
Yes,
it's too rigorous.
Because it's just like Brown.
Yes.
I understand it has to be rigorous, but you have to acknowledge the era and what it did for your sport.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure if
because
basketball,
that Sosa and McGuire era,
right,
100%. Saved baseball.
Yeah, I agree.
It saved baseball,
and then
everybody was involved.
Right, and then for a little bit, Ken Griffey Jr. was
they never had to use steroids.
Right.
They were also part of that era, if that's what you're referring to. 100%. And I just got read breaking news that spring training will be delayed this year. They don't have a definite because of the lockout. That's the latest. Yeah. They met last Thursday, and that is what they didn't get nowhere. So they're gonna delay spring training. I don't know whether it's gonna be a month or two. They still haven't finalized that, but it will be delayed. It's already set in stone.
All right, so let's get set for that.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
So, NBA action. Steph Curry surpassed Kobe for the most 20-point quarters in a game. We're going to clap that up.
Yeah.
That young boy was edging him, Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah, I don't know what he
said.
Egging
him on, and Steph decided to light him up.
Yeah.
Put him in his place.
Yeah, it was like
every now and then you gotta take the young dude.
It wasn't even on. It's like, okay, I know I'm in the front, but don't.
Right, don't
forget.
Don't poke the bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is what Clay did.
He was poking the bag.
I mean, I just should. I would have done the same thing.
I mean, you young.
I know you in a slump,
but do me a favor, you young, but stay in your place, youngster. And they had a nice conversation at the end of the game. And I can tell Steph was saying, man, keep your energy up high.
Right.
You're doing good, but don't forget, I'm the GOAT.
Yeah,
From 30 feet in the ball, out.
Because he started just hitting clutch shot after clutch shot.
And sometimes you, as an older player in a slump, you need that.
Yeah.
Young guy test you. Okay.
Because once again, like I said a couple weeks ago, it's not like he's not getting the same looks. He's getting the same exact looks.
He's
just not going in.
Right. So with that being said,
it's probably the volume as which he's shooting. Like because Clay's back, he don't got as much.
Yeah. So they just trying to figure some things out.
Yep.
I think they're gonna be okay. They start to win some ball games.
We got a 6-game winning streak. I think it's gonna get snapped though tonight.
Andrew Wiggins got into the All-Star game.
Yeah, let's clap that up.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
after a year.
But I mean, not as
Yeah.
Okay,
let me clarify for you. He doesn't. My dad doesn't think he deserves it as a starter. He does think he
as a reserve.
As a reserve, he played well.
I think to defend Wiggins, none of the West bigs talking about as that power forward slot really panned it out.
Yeah, Anthony Davis was hurt.
Right. There's no other. Who?
Because remember, it's done by forward.
It's done by point guard, shooting guard, small forward.
Right. Yeah.
And 50% of it is. He has to also credit the, which I think he has already, the K-pop star, because that K-pop star.
Yeah, he got some Chinese help.
And China's big.
Yeah, he got some Chinese help.
A K-pop star.
Oh, they shot him out? Oh, that's crazy.
A K-pop star wanted him to be an all-star starter, so he told all his people,
nah, bro.
vote for Andrew Wiggins.
Those people are for real.
And they'll outvote us every time.
K-pop stars, that's crazy.
So that's how that
Damn, he could be out. If I'm him, when the season's over, I'm going to China.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, especially if you get a championship, you get more variety.
Facts.
Anybody that y'all was surprised about the All-Star that y'all was got snubbed?
No, I think
I don't really pay attention to the numbers.
No, not really. I mean, because it's a popularity contest for the most part, and there's always players every year. You go, wow, he should have made the team that don't.
Right.
So it's no big deal.
I think instead of Zach LaVine taking Kevin's spot, I think it's going to be Jimmy Butler.
Okay, that could happen.
Because he also got stubbed as a starter. I think Chris Paul and Devin Booker will still make it. I think they'll just be reserves.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the critics, like the basketball experts, are upset because Miami and Phoenix are the number 1 seeds, and none of their starters made it.
Yeah.
Which is
and watching Chris Paul this year, he's moving up the MVP.
Yeah, he's only I think 0.4 point off from making the second spot.
Yeah, so
or like a half, whatever. But he's climbing close to Joker, which we were just about to talk about anyway. So
yeah, but I mean that's just unofficial voting.
Right.
That voting doesn't happen until the writers put their name on the ballot. And he's leading his team. He's doing well. Yeah, he deserves it.
They got the 40 wins. They're 40-9.
Yeah, Joe Ingles tears his ACL, man. I saw him play.
Yeah.
Very bad.
I heard his screams.
So Utah was already struggling.
That's a big blow.
But that's a big blow for them because of his 3-point shooting.
He's not just shooting.
And it looks
he
like they don't.
The best
and he
player.
defends,
The best player.
They don't look like they use Bogdanovic enough to me. I think I know he's still on the team.
Yeah, but you can't.
Yeah, but
Joe Ingles is the two-way player of the team, and you're gonna miss that.
Joe Ingles going to defend the Kevin Durant, the Paul George is done.
I'm hearing rumors that Donovan Mitchell want to come to New York.
I don't blame him
because he a Met fan.
I'm hearing he wants to come to New York.
Yeah, I know, but he a Met fan.
yeah. So, and I think his contract is up. I think he.
Didn't he get the re-up?
I don't think he took the re-up. I'm not sure.
He probably didn't. I don't know. Look, I think
Go ahead.
I think he took it because of D Wade. I think.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And
people thought when D Wade got to that was
part-time work. Yeah, which that might be the only thing he might want to stay for is because D Wade is a part-time owner. If not, I would love
Utah.
But hold on.
You're right.
Here's the thing now. No, okay, technically. From a big star standpoint, I would take Donovan Mitchell over Zion because he's more healthier.
Yeah.
And he a point guard, bro.
You can go get them both.
Yeah, we don't have too many shots.
You'd be surprised.
No, we'll make it work. We'll say goodbye to
You'd be
Julius.
surprised.
To get Zion and Donovan Mitchell?
Yes, bro.
I mean, they already got Cam Reddish and JR, so they know Zion has the appeal now because we got two of your best friends.
Well,
yeah, that is true. But
the Knicks can get them both.
Yeah,
Watch.
we get them both.
Watch. It's very possible.
Because Zion is still on the rookie money.
Everybody still got
rookie kind of
3 players,
yeah, sure.
3 superstars.
To add on to this real quick, I think they will lose Donovan Mitchell after this season. Mm-hmm. I think the head coach will get officially fired because he should have been fired last year.
Yeah, probably.
As much as I love him,
just a new voice. Yeah,
just a new voice.
Who is the coach again?
We call him the Italian mob.
Italian,
yes.
dude. Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like a mobster.
Yeah.
Just because the team needs a new voice.
And they keep blowing 2-point leads. Like there's a lot of playoff leads that they blew.
And even in the playoffs, to me, like they do enough to get in the playoffs, but in the playoffs, like I feel like they try so hard to win.
Yeah.
That it just doesn't go.
They had 15-point leads 3 times.
That's
and
what I'm saying. Like they tried so hard.
They weren't healthy last year
to maintain that.
Okay.
Last year,
but they still had leads.
Yeah, but you wasn't healthy without that point guard
Donovan
position.
wasn't.
That's true. Without Mike Conley.
Without
Conley. Yeah.
Who controls pace.
And they did re-sign Conley last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
As we mentioned, Chris Paul is on an MVP run.
Yeah.
LeBron James and the Lakers are continuing to struggle.
They are 3-8.
Yeah, honestly, I accepted the fact that we might get the AC, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it too. Because you know what? I'm okay with that. Because that's the Suns. Great.
Playoff LeBron, you know this. Playoff LeBron don't play.
Yeah.
And if LeBron has AD, Russ, not so much Russ, but more AD healthy, and he has like a 3-point shooter here, a 3-point shooter there.
Look,
I think they'll pick up a 3-point shooter.
Yeah. We got to pick up at least 2, and we got to pick up a wing.
With the Buddy Hield deal is back on the table.
Yeah, it is. It is because
for Horton and some other players.
Yeah.
So if we get a shooter.
Yes.
And then that could change everything.
Look.
And we need a defender on the wing.
All I need y'all to do is get the number 8 seed. Because I love, one, helps my team out. Because I don't really want to play Phoenix right now. All right? We not really.
You better pray we don't get the 7th and y'all get 2.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Because we will beat you on a 7-game series. I'm sorry.
Relax. Just relax, okay? I need y'all to get number 8. Knock off the Suns, because that helps me with my Chris Paul theory. Because I don't want Chris Paul to get.
I forgot.
I'm his joker. He's Batman. Mm-hmm. I like to see him struggle. Great player though, but they're 3-8 in the last 11 games. They're 0-3 without LeBron. He's not gonna play tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went. They don't play again until Wednesday.
Well, whatever game they playing, he's not playing the next game.
Okay.
They just announced it like before we started. I don't know what to really do to fix that.
Honestly, like there's not much we can do. We just gotta hope. We gotta go to when they do the buyouts. We gotta pick up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the buyouts.
Some of these people, because we have like 4 rosters or 3 roster spots open.
Yeah.
Because we can't really trade nobody.
Yeah.
And if we do, it might be like a pick from like 2 years from now. And
they were talking Westbrook to New York for a little while.
Yeah.
I don't think Westbrook is the problem. Meaning, I just think him and LeBron have to know how to coexist.
Yes.
Well, you say he doesn't play well off the ball.
He doesn't play well. Imagine you have the ball your whole life, and now we're asking you to play off the ball.
Yeah.
He's a rhythm
player.
player.
I'm LeBron, I'm like, all right, let me play off the ball.
But in order to do that, Westbrook has to know how to run the team. Got to make the right plays.
Yeah.
Because I still got to go with LeBron. Go clean this up.
Right.
So we can at least be in the game.
Right.
You're right. But literally, the focal point of this success is AD. Just
but
all you got to do is this. Like,
hold on.
Because
I'm about to rain on AD a little bit. Right after we finished our last show, I'm watching the game through the highlights. He messed up his ankle. I mean his wrist. I'm like, yo, you just came back 2 games ago.
That's what I'm saying.
He cannot stay healthy.
Relax.
But his last 2 games, he had 31 and 33.
Great.
Yes.
If he can stay, if he can give me 40 games,
if we're in a 7-game series and LeBron playoff mode, we have somewhat of that because LeBron, you gotta realize,
the key boils down to Anthony Davis.
Yes, Anthony Davis.
If he's healthy, because remember, it boils down to space.
Yeah,
because at this point, the seeding does not matter.
We beat Phoenix.
We got beat Phoenix.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
So, because to me, for the Lakers, the seeding does not matter as long as they get in.
Yeah.
LeBron will figure it out.
Yeah.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Able.
In culture, sorry guys, Rihanna's having a baby.
Yeah, I'm sad.
Oh, I'm happy.
No, I'm sad.
I'm happy. No.
A lot of guys had a
Like, I'm happy for her, but I'm sad for myself.
No. Here's the thing. I'm happy because all people like you and all these celebrities who wanted her can't get her no more. It's like, dude, that's like when you have your celebrity, like your high school crush, and you be like, you know what? I gotta get my stuff together. You kind of gotta get your stuff together. Wait for me. Just let's date other people, and then but at the end of the day, I'm gonna marry you, and we're gonna have kids. And then you see her like 10 years later, thinking, all right, I kind of got my stuff together. Let me go shoot my shot. And then you see her, and then she's pregnant, and it's like, the good ones.
No, the good ones go, like Drake said.
Right, the good ones always go when you wait too long. And he waited too long.
Yeah, Nick Cannon is having his 8th baby.
His 8th?
Let's clap that up.
Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna add. Okay.
That's not a lot, actually. Like, in terms of society today, that is, but like back then,
he is having his 8th baby, but it's also about Johnny Manziel's ex.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
8th baby is 8 babies.
Yeah,
that's true. But I was
a lot of money.
A little shot there was Johnny Manziel's ex.
Like, and he just lost the baby not too long ago. So
he did, yes.
It's just a little interesting. Chris Brown is in trouble.
Yeah.
He was on a yacht, one of Diddy's yachts, and a young lady is accusing him of drugging her and raping her. Yeah, we don't know. Yes, allegedly. We don't have all of the details. So we will wait until
all the details.
This happened last time when in Paris when he was dropping music. It always happens when he drops music for someone.
Wow, interesting.
So he dropped a new song. It's called Iffy. It's all right. It's not the Chris Brown I like, but it's all right.
Right.
Okay.
And so after he dropped the song, that's when the allegation came out, all that stuff.
Right.
And it's looking like he about to drop the album. So
gotcha.
We gotta wait and see.
Yeah. What's up?
What happened?
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Able.
Disabled is
podcast.
We have a story.
NYC Gallery, known for displaying world famous names, is hosting a rare exhibit displaying works of artistic and special needs artists.
Clap that up.
Hold on, where you gotta go see that?
It's a exclusive expedition celebrity artists with special needs at the Agora Gallery on West 25th Street.
Okay, we're gonna go check it
out. On Chelsea, near Chelsea Piers.
We're going to check that out.
This is a non-for-profit that partners with Spirit Huntington Art Center to provide art education and art therapy for autistic and.
Clap that up. Fire. So we will make the move to go see the display. We have to go show support.
Yeah, especially for autistic.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it helps.
We got our fan, the one that gave us the truffles.
Right.
Autistic.
Yes. And
that's art. That's food, but that's
art.
And it
helps them express their emotions and how they think. And
absolutely, because listen, look at us. Disabled is able. Right. So they're going to show their able ability in their specified fields. I love it. We'll drop a bomb to that one.
And now it kind of makes me want to get into art, like painting.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I haven't really painted since we were
that's very soothing.
Yeah.
And very calming. So when you do get into it, it's a great artistic form to pick up.
Yeah.
So where can we be reached, Eli?
We can be reached on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube at Disabled Podcast. The IG is disabled_able. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And we love you guys. See you guys next week.
And we'll make our picks next week.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Able with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands